Good evening, one and all. We welcome you all to the international webinar series on holistic health, well-being, and sustainable development 2025, commemorating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, nation celebrating 77 years of independence and United Nations Sustainable Development Goals 2015 to 2030, as and also Viksit Bharat at 2047 as part of awareness and campaigns in collaboration with Sri Holistic Health Foundation India and Sri Research Institute Center for Art Sciences and Will. Before we start our sessions, let's take the blessings of Almighty.
कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः
With the blessings of Almighty, we shall continue with today's commemorations. Today, we are commemorating International Day of Women Judges on 10th March every year. To achieve justice, we need women in justice. So 40% of the judges were women. In 2017, which is 35% more in 2008. In 1946, Eleanor Roosevelt famously penned an open letter to the women of the world, urging their increased involvement in national and international affairs. In most European countries, there are more women than men professional judges or magistrates. However, women represent 41% of the judges in national supreme courts and only 25% of court presidents. So to achieve justice, we need more women in justice. Despite women's increased engagement in public life, they remain significantly underrepresented in decision-making positions. In fact, a relatively small number of women have been or part of the judiciary, particularly at senior judicial leadership positions. Women's representation in the judiciary is key to ensuring that courts represent their citizens, address their concerns, and hand down sound judgments. By their mere presence, women judges enhance the legitimacy of courts, sending a powerful signal that they are open and accessible to those who seek recourse to justice. The entry of women judges into spaces from which they had historically been excluded has been a positive step in the direction of judiciaries being perceived as being more transparent, inclusive, and representation of the people who lives their effect. By marking the day, we will reaffirm our commitment to development, and implement appropriate and effective national strategies and plans for the advancement of women in judicial justice system and institutions at the leadership, managerial, and other levels. Join us in celebrating this International Day of Women Judges with campaign Women in Justice, Women for Justice to promote the full equal participation of women at all levels of judiciary, to celebrate the progress that has been made and raise awareness about challenges ahead. The Global Judiciary Integrity Network of the United Nations Office of Drugs and Crime, UNODC, brings together female judges to learn from each other's lived experiences and provide a source of solidarity. Women judges and achievement of gender equality. The representation of women in the judiciary is significant for many reasons. In addition to ensuring that the legal system is developed with all of society in mind, it also inspires the next generation of female judges and motivate them to achieve their goals. Women in criminal justice system can act as agents of change and contribute to greater accountability. Women judges bring different perspectives and experiences, strengthening judicial systems. Women in leadership roles help disrupt networks of collusion, striking a blow against corruption. Women's representation in law enforcement and judicial institutions has been linked to more effective victim-centered responses to crime. By investing in women advancement and women justice leaders, we can help ensure that justice is far better served and that women and all members of societies are met with families and equality before the law for the benefit of all. Only through the active participation of women on equal terms with men at all levels of decision making will be able to achieve sustainable development, peace, and democracy. While equality in the judiciary has been historically uneven, steps are being taken to remedy this, as evidenced by the declaration of the United Nations General Assembly of 10th March as the International Day of Women Judges. The General Assembly resolution drafted by the state of Qatar is tangible proof of a positive shift. Redressing gender inequalities is also at the core of UNODC's strategy for gender equality and empowerment of women and is a goal shared by the Global Program for the implementation of the Doha Declaration as it works to promote a culture of lawfulness around the world, providing education and training and supporting full participation of women in every professional sphere. So be the headliner, not the footnote. Last year, UNODC launched a mentorship program under its Women in Justice initiative to support women in anti-corruption law enforcement and judiciary. They interviewed early mentee Christine Nigani, a principal magistrate at Nairobi's Kiberi Law Courts, Kenya, about the challenges and opportunities for women in justice. In recent years, the number of young women graduating from law schools has increased immensely. Nevertheless, the saturation of the judiciary is still low. Today we are also commemorating as Debunking Day in US, which is marked on March 11th every year. In a large, fast-paced world like ours, it's easy for the information to be misconstrued, construed, and lost in falsities. A day like us, this helps us gain a little more clarity to some of the myths and false news we hear every day. The originator, Rob Renzi, sees himself as a master of curiosity who is on a mission to save people from the genocide of imagination. Today is also commemorated as 311 Day in US. 311 has evolved into a multi-channel service that connects citizens with the government. The proliferating technology now also provides a wealth of data that improve how cities are run. Baltimore was the first city to bring 311 into the works of as a police non-emergency number in January 1999, followed by Chicago, which was quick to jump onto the bandwagon and initiate the first comprehensive 311 system, providing information, tracking city services from intake to resolution. In fact, the Chicago 311 has won numerous national awards, including the Innovations in American Government Award from the Ash Institute for Democratic Governance and Innovation at Harvard University's John F. Kennedy School of Government in 2003, proving to be worth its mettle. It's not only provided seamless delivery of city services to residents, but the call center also serves as a backup to the city's 911 call center. Today, the 311 system is available in most major cities and moving it to smaller towns across the US. In 2020, 7 Google.org fellows worked with the city of San Jose, Google and San Jose, along with Las Vegas, Los Angeles, Oakland, and Santa Clara County, founded 311 Day. This was to increase awareness of the non-emergency number and honor the first responders who field these calls and assist people. Today is also commemorated as Turkey Vultures Return to the Living Side from March 11th to 17th in Turkey. During this period, turkey vultures scattered across North America returned to a popular sign in Canisto, New York. The living sign of the city's name is made up of over 250 Scottish pines, and around the same time, in March every year, March 11 to 7 to be exact, turkey vultures return to the roost around it. With no particular origin, a week such as this is bound to be packed with intriguing information. Uncommon as they may sound, turkey vultures are most widespread among the New World vultures family, commonly found in the North American region. These birds are scavengers that come to rest in the Scottish pines of Canisteo, New York. And we are sure you might still be wondering why exactly this bird is named in such a fashion. And that is because of its turkey-like features. Just like the male wild turkey, turkey vultures have bald red heads and dark feathers. However, just like the vultures you are familiar with, turkey vultures feed exclusively on the carcass of other animals. These birds are creatures of habit, and even their migration routes prove it. Turkey vultures are known for inhabiting forests, thickets, and caves, so it's no surprise they found in their home in 300 feet wide expanse of trees known as Canisteo Living Sign. The historic civic project was originally built by Ed Childs and Harry Smith in 1933 to help visitors navigate the area and as a donation to Canisteo School District. But there is no history of the creation of turkey vultures Return to the Living Sign Week. Today is also commemorated as Independence Restoration Day in Lithuania. Independence Restoration Day is a nationally celebrated day in Lithuania on March 11th, holiday, depicts the declaration of the independence of Lithuania from the Soviet Union on March 11, 1990. Is often mistaken for the restoration of the state day on February 16th. The difference between the 2 days is that Independence Restoration Day celebrates independence from the Soviet Union, while Restoration of the State Day celebrates independence from the German rule. Lithuanians commemorate Independence Restoration Day celebrations with parades, concerts, and museum exhibitions. Today is also commemorated as Key Deer Awareness Day in US, which is observed each year on March 11 to help raise awareness about the endangered key deer. These tiny relatives to the Virginia wild-tailed deer are only found in Florida Keys, which is what influenced their name. The species has been under significant threat due to poaching, habit loss, vehicular accidents, illness, and climate change. Spurring the creation of the day, especially to raise awareness about this cause among the public. As per the date, it was specially selected to commemorate the day. Key deer was endangered status on the Federal Register in 1967. The general consensus is that key deer arrived in Florida Key from various places on mainland a long time ago, around 6,000 to 12,000 years ago. The Wisconsin Glacier melted, causing the water level surrounding region to rise and dividing previously long peninsula into a cluster of little islands. The deer remained stranded here, away from their mainland relatives, due to the newly formed liquid barriers. They subsequently evolved over ages to adopt various physical characteristics and behavior patterns best suited for living on these islands. Today is also commemorated as National COVID-19 Day, which falls on March 11th of each year, as this day was the World Health Organization declared it as a global pandemic. The goal of establishing this day is to take a moment to halt, reflect, remember, and gather together as a community to inspire one another to hope for better days ahead. Nothing speaks more powerful about the human spirit than resilience, and resilience is what shines through all of sadness and mind-numbing exhaustion of the COVID-19 pandemic. The inaugural National COVID-19 Day is observed on March 11, 2021. However, Jamiaton of Humanitarian Disaster Institute proclaimed the day a special observance in 2020. The Humanitarian Disaster Institute was able to hold this event by collaborating with global organizations such as World Vision and WOM. The date of March 11 was chosen since that when World Health Organization designated COVID-19 a global pandemic. It is a bittersweet observance because it attempts to remember those lost in that epidemic while also bringing together those survived the waves. Furthermore, this day is notable for its humanitarian attitude, which attempts to express appreciation to all the volunteers and service providers who assisted those in need while continuing to support those who are still affected by the pandemic and its aftermath. Today is also commemorated as National Dream Day in US. Chase Your Dreams or National Dream Day celebrated annually on March 11, which was created to make everyone, both old and young, realize that they can build and go after their dreams. It is inspired by the Million Man Robert Mueller and is celebrated on birthday every year. The Dream School Foundation, whose sole mission is to make every child's dream come true, started this holiday especially for children, although it inspires all ages. It is also commemorated as National Immune System Day in US. Think about it, as soon as you entered this world, your immune system took on the job of your bodyguard. Yet despite it relentless service. It has never been paid time off or a vacation. It has been on duty 24/7, non-stop, working 3-day shifts and rarely receives a simple thank you. And let's us be honest, when the last time you have even acknowledged its existence. Today that changes. Welcome to the National Immune System, a day when we roll out the red carpet for our immune system. It's a day dedicated to celebrating your indispensable, yet silent, overworked, yet underpaid, vigilant sidekick who never gives up on you. March 11th is a day that you should be remembered forever because it shaped the course of humanity forever. It marks the day the World Health Organization declared COVID-19 a global pandemic, underscoring our immune system's critical role in everyday life. So March 11th is a day to honor your immune system and be intentional about giving it to the helping hand it needs so that when the next crisis comes, you will be ready. The journey of understanding of immune system is fascinating tale of scientific discovery and advancement. Its history began long before the term immune system was coined. Ancient observations, ancient civilizations had already observed that those who survived certain diseases did not get reinfected. This early understanding laid the groundwork for the concept of immunity. Discovery of vaccination in 1796, a significant milestone, was Edward Jenner's development of the smallpox vaccine in 1796, marking the birth of immunology as a science in the West. The germ theory in late 1800s, the germ theory of disease pioneered by Louis Pasteur and Robert Koch revolutionized our understanding of pathogens and how our body fights them. The immune system concept early 1900s, scientists began to understand that the body had a complex system for fighting infections, leading to the conceptual immune system. Advancements in the 20th century saw rapid advancement, including discovering antibodies, the role of white blood cells, and how vaccines stimulates immunity. The modern era, 21st century, recent breakthroughs such as understanding of innate adaptive and trained immunity have allowed us to create much better health outcomes. The history of immune system is a testament to human curiosity and ingenuity. Its discovery and continual advancements underscore our survival through past pandemics, but also provide hope for future challenges in human health. Today is also commemorated as National Funeral Director and Mortician Recognition Day in US, which gives the opportunity to honor these noble professionals that are plying their trade all across the US, planning a funeral in a sombre and upsetting experience for those unfortunate enough to lose a loved one. And it takes empathetic and understanding funeral directors and morticians to make the whole process a little more bearable. Without their efforts, our loved ones wouldn't get the send off they deserve, and their passing would be even more distressing experience in the Western world, especially in Christians. Today is also commemorated as National No Code Day in US. On March 11, celebrates individuals, business, and other networks that create and automate without using code. The day aims to promote no-code movement and create awareness for business and organizations to do more without code. No-code tools allow anyone to automate workflows, connect and create apps, and build scalable systems for their entire company. Many businesses are now embracing no-code technology, and Gartner predicts that by 2024, no-code and low-code development will account for approximately 65% of all web development. National No Code Day gives us the opportunity to celebrate the early adopters and promote No Code Day to every business organization that can benefit from it. Today is also commemorated as National Oatmeal Nut Waffles Day in US. Every year on March 11, these delicious waffles are made with whole grain oats and chopped nuts mixed with waffle resin. Much healthier start to your morning if you love waffles. Waffles make a great breakfast item. Imagine the fine blend of waffle and oatmeal that would be an absolute delight to your taste buds. The conventional flavors of oatmeal cookies can be transferred to oatmeal nut waffles. Oatmeal is super healthy for your body too. It has low fat and helps reduce cholesterol. Oatmeal nut wafers are made by mixing quick cooking oats along with different types of nuts, the regular batter of flour, and butter. You can add healthy toppings of your choice like fruits to it. Today is also commemorated as National Organize Your Home Office Day in US. Is observed every year on second Tuesday of March. This is a day to clean up the mess that has accumulated in our home offices and to establish a productive and healthy working environment at home. Almost all of us have been used to working from home since the start of pandemic, but how frequently do we pay attention to keep our belongings in their proper placements and keeping our home office clean? If you have been putting off organizing your files and clearing the tiny area where you work every day, now it's the time to go do it. We are sure you will be satisfied with your work once it's completed. Today is also commemorated as Wash Your Nose Day in US, which is an important health and pro-personal hygiene event, falls on March 11th every year. It was created by Xlair, a leading xylitol-based sinus and dental care company, to highlight the importance of sinus flushing. Xlair wishes to encourage the general public to take some time out today and every other day to wash our noses, such as much as our hands and faces. Nasal washing, nasal flushing, nasal irrigation, whatever you prefer to call it, the objective is pretty clear. Wash your noses. This personal hygiene practice is all about washing the nasal cavity to flush out mucus, bacteria, any other unwanted debris and pathogens to enhance breathing and to the overall of nasal airways. It is also effective for treating colds and sinusitis. Our noses are bedrock inlet to our eyes, ears, and lungs. This means that it's also easiest location for bacteria and viruses. Seeing as the bacteria can spread to other parts of the body easily, it is important to build up our nasal defenses to help flush away the threats. That's where nasal washing comes in. There are many ways to wash your nose. Nasal sprays or nebulizers for doctors or by yourself right in comfort of your home. To perform a nasal wash, you need a saline solution, a squeeze bottle, bulb syrup, or neti pot, a sink, and some tissue paper. This day was created in 2021. Today is also commemorated as National Sofrito Day in US. Sofrito is a condiment that is commonly used as basis for meals in the Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico. Other components such as garlic, tomatoes, onions, peppers, and cilantro are combined with herbs and spices. Sofrito has been a staple of Latin and Caribbean culture for generations. Other countries such as France and Italy have picked up on the cultures. People share recipes on National Sofrito Day, some attend seminars and cookouts, where the victor is crowned king or queen of Sofrito and their recipe is shared with others. Today is also commemorated as Worship of Tools Day in US, like we perform Ayuda Puja in Dasara Navaratri celebrations. Worship of Tools Day is celebrated annually on March 11th. Tools are really the unsung heroes. Unfortunately, we don't view them. enough commendation. There are so many different types of tools, and this day is meant to worship each one of them. Upgrade them, organize them, or buy new ones. They came super handy when you need to build or fix something. A tool is essentially a physical object used to fix or build a thing, and it's hard to imagine a world without tools as part of our daily lives. Right from the hammer, screwdriver, or wrench, these tools are essential. However, it is important to keep them clean and sharpened because when frequently used, they can get blunt or rusted and may not be of any use. It is even important to have a good toolkit to keep the tools in place. Many times we see construction workers carry around toolkits on sites. Today is also commemorated as World Plumbing Day. It's celebrated on March 11th annually to honor the critical role that plumbing plays in societal health. Plumbing is, after all, the reason that our cities and towns are so clean. Without proper plumbing, all the human defecation and waste would remain in the city. This would not only render an area unhabitable due to the foul smell, but would also result in spread of fatal diseases that may put an end to life as we know it. Therefore, on this day, the occasion is marked with events across the world to highlight the importance of good plumbing and sanitation. Plumbing is so important to the world that Albert Einstein is claimed to have declared that if you could do it all over again, he would become a plumber. Plumbing is without a doubt a very essential component of every contemporary and developed society. It is critical because of a town or cities, plumbing must be chosen before any architectural plans are drawn. A town's plumbing and sanitation plans must also be carefully considered as the future of any place is determined by how well thought the plumbing system is. Since 2010, World Plumbing Day has been observed to recognize the importance of plumbing across the world. The World Plumbing Council is charged of naming this day with the goal of promoting the relationship between excellent plumbing, health, environmental sustainability, and increasingly economic prosperity. The World Bank has acknowledged the importance of plumbing. It is regarded as the most cost-effective of all health treatments, according to them. The World Plumbing Council has pushed for more adequately trained workers to enter the plumbing business. If the plumbers fail to provide quality services, they will be held accountable. Trained personnel can provide immediate and modern solutions that can improve the overall sanitation system. This is essential because about 1,000 children under the age of 5 die every year from waterborne diarrheal diseases caused by open defecation near waterways. As a result, festivals, tournaments, lectures, and events are held all around the world on March 11th to raise awareness like this. Today is also commemorated as World Day of Muslim Culture, Peace, Dialogue, and Film, which is celebrated on March 11th. This celebration is a special observance used to highlight the beauty of Muslim culture. Instead of relying on word of mouth, the Day of Muslim Culture, Peace, Dialogue, and Film seeks to provide some insights to better understand Islam through its culture, dialogue, and film. The day's event aims to build bridges of understanding between faiths, regardless of denomination, and to help accurately portray Muslim culture, and so on. So with this, we shall end today's commemorations. Thank you everyone for joining us on this wonderful day. So we request everyone to quickly fill up the feedback form, which has been shared in the form of polls before leaving the platform. See you all tomorrow at the same time, the same joining link with different commemorations. Take care. Good night.